Hey foodies, it's Shanna. Welcome back to Recipes Are Simple. Today we're making beef shawarmas, homemade. Now, nobody has a shawarma making machine at home or a fire spit to rotate layers of beef as they're barbecued slowly and to slice off the top layers to make delicious shawarmas. But we can get the same great taste at home if you follow this recipe. So let's get started. We start off by making a simple spice mix for the homemade beef shawarmas. A quarter teaspoon of nutmeg, a quarter teaspoon of mace, 4 green cardamom pods, a quarter teaspoon of cinnamon sticks that have been broken into tiny pieces like this, a half a teaspoon of black peppercorns, a half a teaspoon of red chili flakes, and a half a teaspoon of cumin. So you can toast the spices if you want, but my spices are so fresh that I'm not even bothering here. We're just going to grind this to a nice fine powder. Now, if you are using powdered spices, make sure to use less quantity than stated for the whole spices. So we have our spice mix for the beef shawarma here. It's ready. We're going to set that aside, and we have 1 kilogram of beef. We're going to cut it into small cubes like this. And to the beef, we're going to add the homemade spice mix, half a cup of nice thick yogurt. Make sure your yogurt is not too sour. 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 1 tablespoon of vinegar, a half to 1 teaspoon of hot sauce. I'm using Tabasco sauce. And we need some olive oil, 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. We also need 4 cloves of garlic and 2 shallots, finely minced like this. And salt to taste, so I'm adding 1 teaspoon. Now we're just going to mix this all together. Everything is combined thoroughly, and we're also going to need some chopped cilantro. Well, it's actually optional, but I like it. So half a cup of cilantro here, mix that in as well. Now you need to marinate this for at least 8 hours in the fridge and remove it from the fridge 30 minutes before cooking. Don't forget. And now to cook your marinated beef, all we need is a nice sturdy non-stick pan. A heavy base pan is best, and make sure you're using a pan with a lid. So we're just going to heat this up really well, and then we're going to cook on a medium heat to 40 to 45 minutes. And you want to open and check every 5 to 6 minutes and give it a good stir. In the beginning, the beef will release a lot of liquid. It's basically sort of boiling in the liquid, but eventually the liquid will dry out and you'll find the beef is running dry. At this stage, if the beef isn't tender enough, you will need to add extra water a little bit at a time and keep cooking it down till the water is absorbed, and just keep repeating this until the beef is nice and tender. And each time I am adding boiled hot water. So keep stirring till the water is absorbed and you get the beef as tender as you'd like it to be. And always check after every 5 minutes and keep cooking only on a moderate heat. You don't want to risk the chance of the beef getting burnt to your pan. There's nothing worse than a burnt beef shawarma. So check every 5 minutes, keep the heat on medium, and be aware of smells in the kitchen. So just be careful. If you do this carefully, you will end up with a really delicious beef filling for the shawarma. But if you aren't careful, you do always risk the chance of burning the bottom of the beef. So please be careful here and keep stirring, and I keep adding water till I find the beef to be just tender to the bite. Try a couple of pieces, and when you're satisfied, There's about 5 more minutes of cooking time. We're going to turn up the heat, add a little bit of olive oil, and now we're just going to stir fry on the high heat till this cooked beef is slightly fried with the olive oil. This develops flavor as well. And now the beef filling for the shawarma is done. It tastes great. You can taste and add salt only if needed. It shouldn't require any more spice because we have the spice mix. But if you feel the need for some pepper or allspice, you can add that. So we're going to set this aside, keep it covered, and keep it warm. We're going to make a quick tahini sauce. For this, you need some minced garlic. To the minced garlic, we're going to add tahini. Tahini is roasted and ground sesame seeds. So you can add as much tahini as you like. Some people like more tahini and less yogurt. Some people like more yogurt and less tahini. So I always switch this up. So it's garlic, tahini, the thick yogurt, a little bit of lemon juice, and salt. There's really no measurements here. You just keep tasting as you're going, and just keep mixing until you get the right consistency and right flavor for you. In the end, you want to drizzle a little bit of olive oil and sprinkle some paprika, as well as this hot paprika and ground cumin, as well as if you're serving this on the side, you might want to add some chopped fresh parsley. And this is our tahini sauce for the beef shawarmas. Now we need some hot pita bread or KHUBZ, whatever you have. Place the KHUBZ in the oven just to warm it up and puff it up a bit, but you don't want it to go crisp. Add a little bit of sauce, some beef, more sauce, tomatoes and onions, some shredded lettuce and some shredded cabbage as well. A little bit of carrot in there is nice sometimes. Finely shredded cabbage and lettuce, and you're ready to wrap. Oh, and mint and parsley. Fresh mint and parsley is always great in these beef shawarmas. This is optional. These two are for my kids and they don't like the mint and parsley, so I'm not going to put it in here. And just wrap with shawarma paper, and you want to serve these hot. The hot shawarmas taste the best. If you need to reheat them, you can put them on a griddle pan and just keep turning them over till they're heated through, but be careful not to burn the paper. Or you can just heat them up in the microwave. Your delicious beef shawarmas with tahini sauce is ready. I hope you give this recipe a try, and I hope you let me know if you do. So to people who are new to my channel, I want to take this opportunity to ask you to please subscribe to my channel if you like my video. I have so many great recipes to share with you, so please subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Bye!